What is up, guys? It's David here. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the age of slavery, wage slavery, in which we live in. Now, we've always lived in slavery. Centuries ago, we had feudalism. Before that, we had tribalism, which also involved some form of slavery. So basically, we've always had slaves, and we've always been slaves. All of us descend from slaves, basically. All our ancestors, at some point, were slaves. And to be honest, nothing has really changed. We're still slaves today. And you might say that we just have to work for some wages and then we can enjoy all the basic luxuries that the modern society offers us. We can enjoy these new technologies which come out every single year. We can enjoy modern medicine, we can enjoy modern food, social media, etc., etc. But is it really true? I mean, it's just an illusion, you know. I've been a wage slave. I am still a wage slave. I work as a delivery driver for peanuts, basically, so I do know what I'm talking about. Now, my salary is significantly more than the average, it is, but still, I'm just a slave, just like all of us, most of us, you know. And that's why I want to talk about this, because I'm experiencing the negative effects of wage slavery myself. I mean, my joints are already aching. I feel extremely exhausted after the day's work, extremely tired, chronically tired, and as a result, my health is beginning to suffer. Now, in a few months, maybe even a few weeks, I'm sure that I will quit. I will escape. I will be free. I'm working on my business. In the next videos, I might talk about it in detail, about my project that I've been working on for almost 10 years since I dropped out of university, which was one of the best, if not the best, decisions of my life. But in today's video, I want to talk about wage slavery and its negative effects on the population. So what I wanted to say is that most people exchange all their lives, their precious time and health for peanuts, basically. What they put in and what they get out is basically incomparable. You can't see, they don't even compare. Our sacrifice, the amount of effort and time that we put in, and the peanuts that we get out. It's absolutely crazy, man. And no wonder that so many people have serious mental health issues. They're on pills, they're on drugs, they need professional help. Almost none of them get. And no wonder society is so dysfunctional and so many crimes, so many atrocities are committed on a daily basis. It's absolutely crazy. And you know what the thing is? It will always be so. I have no doubt in my mind that anything will change in the next years or centuries. Now, we might get better standards, we might get better conditions, better quality jobs perhaps, better income, better technologies and luxuries, but nothing will change. I mean, there will always be slaves. Somebody has to deliver, somebody has to work in DoorDash, right? Somebody has to deliver your Wendy's burgers, McDonald's burgers. Somebody has to wash your car. Yeah, I get it, man. Just like that guy Andrew Tate said, it's true. It's true. So, yeah, but some of us, like me, I'm sure that some of us can escape. I'm sure, the people that I've mentioned this before to a bunch of people, and You know what most of them said? Most of them said that, no, it's impossible. Like, it doesn't work that way. Only the lucky ones can do that. You have to have a huge inheritance. Your parents have to be rich. You have to have all these contacts. So it doesn't happen that way. You might dream a lot, but you might dream big, but it's very unlikely that you achieve it. And in a way, it's true. I mean, mathematically speaking, like, how many people will achieve their goals and dreams? Like, hardly any. But some of us, I'm sure that some of us, we can be an exception, right? We can be an exception. So that's what I'm going to prove with my success very, very soon. I've basically devoted all my youth, all my life basically to this goal, and either I'm crazy or I'll become a millionaire very, very soon. But now, what I wanted to talk about in this video specifically is the problem of wage slavery. So basically, all the masses, most of us, are wage slaves working for peanuts. Our health is suffering. We're wasting our time. We're devoting the time which we had to devote to being with our loved ones, and instead, what we do is basically stupid, nonsensical job on a daily basis. I mean, yeah, nothing has changed. Most of us are still slaves. That's very unfortunate. But what can you do, man? What can you do? The best that you can do is make a lot of money, escape the wage slavery, and take care of your loved ones. Perhaps they won't have to work as slaves, and you can help them escape too. But as far as the masses are concerned, like millions and billions of people, I don't think you can really do anything. Like, at least first you have to make lots of money, become a billionaire, and then perhaps you can talk about changing the world. But before that, you're just helpless. And that's a really unfortunate reality of this world. Companies are exploiting us, basically, like there's no tomorrow. And there's not much difference between us and people working in China in sweatshops for pennies. Like, there's not much difference. Like, of course, we do have more rights, more privileges, more liberties in the West, but at the end of the day, there is not much difference. And there isn't much difference between us and the slaves of the slaves of previous century. Like, basically, nothing has changed. Like, the thing is, we might have better food, better clothes, better environment, but the biggest issue is we're losing our time. We're wasting our lifetime, which is like, we only have a few short years on this earth, right? Like, maybe 70, maybe 90, maybe 100 if we're lucky. But even if you live 200, 300 years, is that really that much? I doubt that. I mean, if you spend 8, 10 hours a day working on some nonsense, then you go home with your family, like, do you have that much energy left to enjoy your time with them, to then take care of them and to look after them? I doubt that. You don't, right? You spend not 8, but at least 10, at least 9 or 10. Like, you add 1 or 2 hours in commuting, then you have to eat food, then you have to calm your mind, relax. Then again, before you're able to focus on your family and your loved ones again. I mean, it's preposterous, man. Like, yeah, it's very unfortunate. So, as what I wanted to talk about in this video, I think it's really obvious. And the best thing that you can do, first of all, is escape. And then maybe if if you make lots of money, lots of money, then you can talk about changing the world. Like right now, I'm talking to myself, as you see. Like by giving you advice, I'm giving the advice to myself. You know, as the expression goes, when one person is advising another one, there are two people learning. I'm paraphrasing it. I don't remember the expression word for word, but you get the gist, right? You get the main point, right? So yeah, I'm talking to myself as well in these videos. So as you might have guessed, that's my main plan. That's my plan. I want to make so much money. I'm planning on making so much money that then I'll be able to help this world. But truth be told, there will always be slaves. You know, they might have the standards might be much higher, the income, the salary might be much higher, but slaves will still exist, and perhaps that's okay. Perhaps. Maybe that's one of the laws of this universe, you know? So, right now, all I can focus on is making as much money as I can by recording these videos. First of all, I'm working on my English. Second, I'm trying to meet this basic need which I have, which is extremely basic and natural, so to speak, to talk to commune with other like-minded individuals like you. I hope that I find you really soon through YouTube. That was one of the reasons that I started this channel. So yeah, to add more and more members to this like-minded individuals community which I'm trying to build. Yeah, I know my English right now it sucks, it really does, but after a few videos, after a couple of hundred videos, maybe a couple of thousand, I promise you my English will get better. Yeah, it sucks. I'm pretty sorry for embarrassing myself, but as you know, nothing matters. Nothing really matters. So I don't really care, you know. I don't really care. So yeah, and I think it's a great lesson. It's a great lesson for you as well. I think that's a nugget of wisdom here. So you shouldn't care either. So yeah, thanks for listening, and try to quit and escape wage slavery as soon as you can. For your sake, right? For humanity's sake. Right. Right, so thanks for listening, and see you in the next video.